And welcome back to the program. I am once again your host Joe, and this week we watched 1960's Jigoku. It's the final film to come out of the studio Shintoho, a film company that splintered off from Toho in 1947, but couldn't think of their own name. It's written in part and directed by Nobuo Nakagawa, and I'm surprised to see it only has a 6.8 on IMDb. It's on my list because it starts with the same letter as my name, which is a strange reason to pick a movie, but hey, this is where we are. So this film is about a man, Shiro, whose life more or less falls apart because bad things keep happening around him, and he feels absolutely terrible about it. The inciting incident is when he and his friend Tamura hit a man with their car and kill him. Shiro wants to stop to help, and later decides that he should go to the police, but Tamura will have none of it. He was, after all, driving the car. He'll be in worse trouble. He's a terrible influence. Shiro eventually decides he is going to go talk to the cops about this. He goes to his girlfriend, and he's like, hey, come with me. I need to go do something at the police station. She's like, oh, why don't we walk there? And he says, no. We'll take a cab. She doesn't want to take a cab, but he's like, come on, get a cab. It'll be faster. It's fine. They both get in the cab. Cab driver gets in an accident. Girlfriend dies. He ends up blaming himself for that too because he was the one who insisted on the cab. And these are just the first two bad things. Bad things keep happening. It gets worse. And then about 2/3 into the film, it all culminates with Shiro and a bunch of other people at a hotel just dying. And this is the thing, I have like 30 or 40 more minutes of the film, and the cast just drop dead. At least that should be the end of the bad time for Shiro, right? Wrong. Act 3 of the film takes place in hell. That's why they called it Hell. The name of the movie, Jigoku, translates literally as hell, so we were building to this. He arrives on the bank of the Sanzu River and finds his dead girlfriend there. She reveals that when she died, she was pregnant, so they actually have a child who's in hell too. Japanese hell sounds really brutal. Maybe the Pope should lend them purgatory for a little while. At least until they get rid of the babies. All of the dead sinners from the hotel are also being tortured in hell for their lives of debauchery, and Shiro is also damned to hell for all of the things he indirectly caused. Dead girlfriend from a car crash? Your pal ran over a Yakuza? Well, guess what? You were in the car too, and as we all know, even the passenger gets in trouble. God, I need to talk about his friend Tamura. When I said before that he was a bad influence, I was not joking. He almost seemed to have supernatural abilities. He was like appearing at the worst times for our protagonist. Like literally, he just seemed to pop into existence sometimes. I thought maybe he was supposed to be like the Japanese equivalent of Satan, just showing up to fuck with Shiro. And it seems like that may have been a little more accurate than I originally thought, because King Emna of Hell actually accuses him of selling his soul to become a demon, so he may actually just be magic and kind of a dick. He's also flamboyant and well-dressed, and we all enjoyed seeing him in action. This guy was probably the most entertaining character in the film. Who does he remind me of, though? Yeah! I should also mention the effects in the film. The torture in hell was wild, and often kinda teeth-focused, but they also, they flayed a dude in a really entertaining way, and they decapitated a lady in a similarly entertaining manner. Like, they did a thing where they would just, cover the actor up to their neck, and then, pull a fake body away, or pull, fake skin off of a dummy body to reveal, innards inside. We had to laugh, because, it is kind of a corny-looking effect. It doesn't look realistic, but, it gives you the impression of what's happening more than, an actual physical representation. I'm at a point where I don't really need the realistic gore of a modern horror film to be entertained, you know? This is great, this is fun. It doesn't look realistic, but it looks creative. And at this point, I think that's what I'm here for. You know, I was tired of torture porn after watching Hostel. I was like, okay, well that was that. I think I'm done with this. But this has them being tortured, but they're not trying to make it be like, oh look, this is actually a person's guts. I get why that's a thing, but like you don't need that level of realism. I don't know. And like, just to drive that point home, they threw a dummy off of a bridge. That never looks real, but it always is hilarious. I love it every time. Anytime you drop a dummy from a height, I'm going to be happy to see it happening. I also have a theory about the end of the film. Okay, hear me out. Shiro seems to think that he can rescue his kid from hell if he just goes in and gets her. And after we see him on a turning wheel trying to reach her, we cut back to the real world and zoom in on his dead face. Now there's already a little symbolism here. A wheel that Shiro needs to climb to reach his daughter and save her from hell could easily be representative of the Wheel of Dharma, the cyclical nature of life and reincarnation in Buddhism. If being brought back on the turning wheel gets you out of hell, the obvious thing that they're doing is referencing reincarnation here. That just feels surface level. I also suspect it's entirely possible that the whole third act was just Shiro's dying thoughts of all the people who he dragged to hell with his decisions. He's blaming himself for his girlfriend dying. He's making it worse by making her pregnant. He's imagining his friend as a demon, and everyone else in the hotel suffering as well because he entered their lives. And then when he's finally fully dead, that's the end of the film. It's maybe a less interesting story, but I definitely think it fits. Like the idea of something flashing before your eyes as you die, you know? In this case, he's not seeing his regrets directly. What he's seeing is the effects of his regrets. And of course, as always, the question is, would I recommend this film? And yeah, I enjoyed it. You get to see a man's life fall apart, and just when it feels like it's finally over, it just gets worse. You get to see a dummy fall. You get to see some really fun practical effects. This is definitely worth a watch. Give it a watch. And hey, speaking of watching something, what are we watching next week? 3, 2, 1, and go. Down into the spinning funnel. Some things going directly down. Okay. Alright, what's happening here? What is this? What? Okay. Alright, we have a tube. We have a tube. That was a confusing start. Out front is pink flamingos. Oh no. Oh no, out front is pink flamingos. Followed by the Day Trippers, 8.5, a Master Builder. Pink flamingos get stuck, slowed down. Portrait of a Lady on Fire is creeping around the side. Les Samurai blasted forward by an actual explosion. Into these pegs, there's Godzilla, there's a Master Builder. Godzilla has fallen to its death. A Master Builder also died randomly. Alright. The Day Trippers, Francis Ha, 8.5. Trying to catch up to Les Samurai, which is French for the samurai, of course. Les Samurai just flying over these weird spiral step things, but getting slowed down a little bit. Here comes the Day Trippers and Mr. Arcadin. I've written down Arcadian, but I do think it's Arcadin. Oh, the Day Trippers flying through that comb, no problem at all. Les Samurai still in contention, catching up. 8.5 is in there too. Things are getting stuck. The Battle of Algiers is coming out. Oh, the Day Trippers has been shot off the course by this laser beam. There they go. 8.5 out front, followed by Les Samurai. Battle of Algiers is back there with the lasers, but not dead. They're hitting the bollards. They are hitting the bollards. 8.5, propelled towards the end, and then flung. Things are dying terribly. Pink Flamingo is officially out of the running. I can rest easy now, knowing that is not going to happen this week. The Samurai is trying to catch up, but 8.5. Never mind. There goes 8.5. Eyes without a face. Where did you come from? I haven't talked about you at all. Alright, well, Eyes Without a Face is in here, followed by there's Persona. But at this point, oh no, Persona? This is going to be a close one. Oh yeah, alright. Eyes Without a Face, followed by Persona. Here comes Anatomy of a Murder. Bringing up Baby appears to be dying. Well, you already touched the base, so you can't get eliminated now. Throwdown is in. 2 tons of turquoise to toast tonight. Here comes Mr. Arkadin, the Battle of Algiers, I Walked with a Zombie, Naked Lunch, Altered States, Fantastic Planet. Sorcerer is way back there. Playtime is coming through. Ghost Dog Way of the Samurai, which is the companion to Les Samurai. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Pinocchio appears to be falling to its doom as well. Here comes To Die For. Network, A Hard Day's Night, The Grifters, Targets. Pinocchio, Finally Dying, Bring Me Up Baby, Finally Dying. Will you guys cross the finish line? Yeah, you do. Alright, it's official. Our winner, Eyes Without a Face. God. Okay, well that's 2 horror films in a row. Let's pull up our information here. Eyes Without a Face. Where are you? There you are, Eyes Without a Face. Number 25 on my list. It's also from 1960. Alright. 2 horror movies from 1960 back to back. Wild. This one's on the list because it's from the Good For Her cinematic universe. It's directed by Georges Franju. 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Only 84 minutes long. Under an hour and a half. Oh, that's great. Alright. Let me just mark that down. Eyes Without a Face. Excited. It is French. There will be subtitles, but you know what? That's not bad.